Never got there before.
Got where?
Every year I try, and then you usually get to like I'll start I'll start like shaving it a little bit, and it'll basically look worse for that, and I'll have like a weird.
Thought it looked bigger when you shave it.
It does look bigger when you shave it. I'm a double chin. Um,
Kept you waiting.
Welcome to episode 5 of Casual Mode, your weekly jaunt into news and happenings in the world we are interested in. I'm here with the new Beluga Airbus. It's Karl. Hi, mate.
Hello.
Not going to react to that. You're happy with it? Used to it? Beluga Airbus. Did you see them?
Saw the photo that you sent me, and I just took it on the chin.
Um, you're a bad friend.
Sorry.
Tell you who's a good friend. Javier Bardem. Do you see what he did for Craig? Fucking hell, James Bond. Daniel Craig's birthday.
I did not.
He got dressed up as a Bond girl
Nice.
and came out of his cake.
Nice. Nice.
Proper friend. Not like you. You don't even get me birthday presents. You got
It's-
me a
it's-
Red Bull cap.
Well. So let's just look at the parallels in that situation. So Javier Bardem, he, cake there. Yep.
Yep.
And the perception was Daniel Craig was getting a Bond girl. He's probably very excited about that. Now let's apply that to Daniel Alfred Ward.
Yeah.
Thought he was getting a really nice graphics card. Inside that was something a little bit different. So, I mean, there are parallels. It's just levels in it. They're multimillionaires.
Yeah. That was the part where like probably knew we were going to be good friends by the fact that you purposely, just to piss me off, at the fact that just bought at the time, was it a 2070?
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Just
Yeah,
before
something
the
like
new ones came out.
without knowing, because there hadn't been an announcement from Nvidia for a long time,
Sure.
and
Sure.
yeah, then the 30 series got announced, so he bought a box with 30 graphics card, and I was like, oh my god, he's bought me a 30
Expensive,
graphics
that. Yeah, expensive.
Very well. The box was,
Yeah.
you had to buy it for like 20 odd quid, 30 quid on eBay or something.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
And inside was
Thunderbird 5.
a pin badge.
Yeah, and a water bottle, which I took back because I had to put a little bit of weight in the box.
Yeah, I know. It did worry me a bit when I was, oh my god, that GPU is rolling about in there quite a bit. That's a bit strange.
To get this off eBay, Karl. Yeah, but it's worth it. Yeah, it's
All
worth
added to the illusion while he's got a camera in my face, filming the whole thing. Bit nervous tomorrow. Get my bump off. If anyone's ever noticed, I've got a bump on my head there. See that bump?
it. Nice. Yeah.
It's a cyst.
Nice.
I'm getting assisted in having it removed.
You're not doing it yourself, are you?
No, I don't know how they're going to do it either. It's a bit strange. So, like, I went to the doctors the other week, just over, like, eczema. I was just like, right, I just need to go and get this sorted, need new cream. So I went in, like, gonna get cream, please. Eczema call. And just,
Yannick's in it.
and she was like, what's... Exactly. Now I'm running 1,000 miles an hour. And the lady went like, well, what's that bump on your head? And I was like, oh, yeah, I've had it for like 10 years. I've had it checked. It's
Very
fine.
insensitive of her.
And
You
it
know?
was really, if it hadn't been a doctor's, I would have thought it was rude. And she went, oh, do you want to get it taken off? I was like, I mean, yeah, it'd be good if that could happen. She went, well, there's a guy that comes in on Wednesday if you want to pop over and we'll whip it off.
He sells fish from the back of a van, but also he
At
can
the
remove
same
cysts.
time. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a dab hand with a knife. So yeah, I'm going to. I don't know what they do. Whether they drain it, do they just freeze it? Do
Lovely.
they lob it off. I don't know.
Oh.
So
Well, you excited?
it's I mean, happy to get rid of it, but I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna have a shaved patch, or I'm gonna have to shave my hair, which is gonna be a bit weird.
Just wear a hat.
Can't wear a hat though, can you, for like work and stuff? Be a bit weird.
You can. You can.
No.
You could get like a beret. You could get a flat cap.
I'm meant to be a serious person. Can't look like Dick
No.
Van walking into work as if I'm like,
A serious person who put his BA ons in his job title. In his in his email signature.
PS5 Pro has been announced today. What we need to know about the upcoming £700 PlayStation 5 Pro. First off, the price.
Tying it.
Should we talk through the specs and then see if we can justify it? Because I think you're on the fence about buying one of these. So over on cnet.com, they're talking about it. So the next update of the popular game console is pricey, but it's also more powerful, and it arrives in time for the holidays. Finally, it begins on September 10th. Sony unveiled the Pro version of its PlayStation 5 console, promising significant boosts in graphics and gameplay. Blah 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 blah. In short,
Did they say that?
Yeah. In short, really professional. In short, the upgraded console's graphics look great, but it's not for everyone. Though the graphics and play are more crisp and fluid, we are unsure if the subtle upgrades will be worth the price for many gamers. So it promises a GPU that has 67% more compute units than the GPU in the current PS5.
Oh, okay.
And it also has 28% faster memory. So you get faster gameplay, rendering, better play experience, a lot smoother. There's also something called advanced ray tracing, which is a more powerful way to reflect and refract light, which allows the rays to be cast at double and at times triple the speeds of the current PS5.
Okay.
But one of the key changes coming with the PS5 Pro is a technology called upscaling, that new technology, which uses artificial intelligence, here we go, to create images with more detail and lighting effects without as much need for raw performance. The new console also includes PS5 Pro Game Boost, which may stabilize and improve the performance of more than 8,500 backwards compatible games on PS4, playable on the PS5 Pro. Enhanced image quality is also available to improve the resolution on select PS4 games. The new console will launch with the latest wireless technology, Wi-Fi 7, in territory supporting this standard, and it'll also support VRR and 8K gaming. So it's launching 26th of September. Get one?
I mean, probably not, because I am notoriously cheap.
You are.
I mean, there's a bit of back and forth, wasn't there, on WhatsApp today about it? Predominantly negative, I would say. And I think that's because it is expensive. What was the PS5's price when it first came out, and what is it now?
$550? Let me check. PS5 launch.
Make sure you get that digital edition.
Yeah, good point. So the base / digital edition. So base was.
And how much storage did that come with? A terabyte? Half a terabyte? Because this one comes with 2 terabytes, which is pretty good.
It does actually. Hold on.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
So yeah, it went up by 30 quid, didn't it, a while ago. So now the digital edition is $389.99, and then the standard is $479.99.
Okay.
So whatever it was when it came out, probably a bit more than that.
So I mean, it's a luxury upgrade, isn't it? If you've got a bit of extra, why not? But you can say that with everything, really. I don't know. I mean, I play on like the performance mode when I can, because whilst I like the fidelity mode, and it looks great, if I'm playing, like I'm not the best on Ratchet and Clank, so I need the extra frames a second. It needs to be smoother, otherwise it'll be to the detriment of my ability, which is already limited. So the idea of not having to compromise when you're paying, for a premium console, not having to compromise on the graphics just to get 60 frames a second, which should be a staple. I know we're playing at 4K, but it should be a staple. And I think the guy that I can't remember his name because I don't know anything about gaming, but the guy who did it, Cerny,
Mark Cerny, the
Mark
most
Cerny.
boring man ever.
I don't know. Have you not heard? No. Anyway, so I'm pretty sure
Okay.
he was talking about going up to 120 hertz as well, which is great for us because our tellies can do 4K 120 hertz. So also I saw that the AI upscaling will have a positive effect for PSVR 2 as well, which they didn't talk about. I don't think they talked about that in the reveal, but I saw an article about it, which is pretty good because they haven't really shown much love to PSVR 2.
So interestingly, I'm just going to compare the PS4 base price at launch and then also the PS4 Pro at
Oh, that's
its
good.
launch.
Okay. Yeah.
So the PS4 when it came out, do you want to guess?
I have no clue. I skipped that.
£259.
Wow.
So what do you think the PS4 Pro was at launch?
450.
349.
Bloody hell. How much was a loaf of bread back then?
£212. Yeah, I mean the jump is absolutely huge. I think the things that piss me off, like, so that it doesn't include the stand.
We could just get James and work to 3D print one for us.
We could, but it doesn't come with one, so that's an additional.
Can't you lay it on his
70 quid.
side?
You can, of course you can, but it's still an additional £70 to lay it up, which you
Well,
do
is it
now.
definitely 70 quid? I thought that was a typo. Somebody in the chat said it was 25.
Okay, maybe 25. I don't know, but either way, it doesn't come with the stand.
Silly.
And on top of that, like you said, digital only.
Yeah.
So the number of different PS5 and PS4 games that I've got on there are now completely redundant. If I want to trade in my PS5 and get a PS5 Pro,
Silly, isn't it?
or I can spend, and it is probably about £100 to get the weird little fake
attachment
boob
thing.
disk drive. Yeah,
The chicken fillet.
chicken fillet to stick on extra chicken fillet on the side to like play discs. And I'm like, I didn't even know that was a thing you could buy. One, what a fucking stupid thing to sell. Full
You take
stop.
off the side panel, don't you? Well, I kind of like it in a way though because it means that you can buy the digital edition, and let's say you can't, if for whatever reason you can't pay the extra, the difference at that moment in time, you can do it down the line. So it's good to have flexibility.
Yeah, but like, just it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. I agree.
Yeah, it's very, very silly. And as a peripheral, I thought we'd gone away of not gone the way of the the Kinects of the world, as we noticed today that you can now buy them for £1 in CEX.
£1. You could buy three for less than a tenner.
You can buy £3. You can buy three.
No, one was £6.
One was £6 because
Yeah.
it didn't have a load of childhood skin all over it. But yeah, the quality of these things, like the amount of money that goes into them, like £700 is steep anyway, as people are struggling for money and going through a not recession but a recession.
Austerity on the way.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you go and you know what? We need to bring out something super premium, which fine, I don't disagree with.
Yeah.
But to charge £700 for that without a disk drive seems silly to me.
Yeah.
And there's only one person I know that wants it, and I think it's Laurie, who will get this because he's
he's from down south, isn't he?
Down south. And no, to be fair to him, like he's got an iPhone 12. He doesn't spend his money quite carefully, Laurie. So he's buying this for a very specific reason. So I feel I need to speak to him more and understand exactly what it is that he wants from this. But like even looking at, I don't know if you watched the presentation, but the videos they showed. Did you see the difference?
Yes.
Too much? Okay, so it's just the 60 FPS that you could see. Yeah.
I think you can. I think 30 to 60 is
huge. Yeah. Agree.
Yeah.
So playing your games consistently at 60, but you can do that now on the PS5. You just have to compromise on fidelity. Yeah.
Basically.
I
know. I mean, it hurts because it effectively, so it's Zen 2 architecture. Every week we talk about CPUs. Zen 2 architecture is 5 years old, so like you're paying full whack for effectively a processor that came out in 2019. It's a bit poo, isn't it?
Yeah,
It, it was a good quality. It's basically a 3700X, I think, based on the specs. It's very close to a 3700X. But it'll be custom obviously for them, but it's got the same performance in terms of CPU. And it's RDNA 2, which is now old as well. I think the Steam Deck's RDNA 2.
oh, yeah, it might be. I mean, I it's that look, it's a luxury purchase anyway.
Yeah.
You know, in terms of wanting one of these over a PS5, and I'm struggling to see. It's not as if there's like several games that are slated,
Yeah,
and it's
they
not.
talked about improvements to games that have been out for ages. Like,
Yeah, and even games that are being remastered as well. Do you know what I mean? Like The Last of Us, where it's like, all right, it's on its second iteration now of remaster, where it's like, okay, I get it. You're making these games look absolutely gorgeous, but that's not if they come out and they've gone, right, here's GTA 6, an early tech demo of that, or like just another tone piece kind of preview, and this is what it looks like on the PS5 Pro compared to the PS5. Um, maybe, that
yeah.
would have been something that would have actually gone, you know what, actually, that makes more sense to me. But a game's going to chug now? I remember the same argument with the PS4 Pro, with like, okay,
Or
well,
the Series X and Series S.
yeah. And to be fair, that kind of killed the Series S, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, potato.
Okay.
Mm.
But okay, so one of the games that they showed, which I am trying to finish because it's not going to segue, but is Rift Apart.
Yeah.
So they showed that, and they talked about how you're going to get 60 frames per second fidelity mode now, which is great. But that game came out in 2021, so majority of people who've got that game are probably done with it now. So, like,
Yeah.
I know people were talking about this. Maybe they were gonna put like tack GTA 6 on the end of the announcement to say, oh, by the way, done it again. By the way, new console's out and it's gonna support GTA 6, and now a big announcement. But no, it included a game which is 3 years old. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
700
Yeah.
spunkers.
Yeah, £700 play games that you already own again better. The novelty of that it just doesn't appeal to me at this point. You know what? I'm going to commit to it. I'm definitely not going to get one.
Oh my
Not
god.
yet, unless something drastically changes, or let's say my PS5 like goes kaput at some point.
Do you know what would be interesting? If this meant that like Baldur's Gate ran 120 hertz the whole time, would you play it then?
I've got it on the PS5 as well. So,
Would you play it?
Yeah, I would. But
I put 120 hours into that game now, and I'm still like only in the early part of Act 3. I don't think you've got enough time to complete that game.
I don't know. I don't know how it's going to pan out, because I think there needs to be some big game announcements for it to just be justified, and there needs to be some element with this. Like, it's like 349 quid. I don't need to justify games for the PS4 Pro.
Mhm.
It's just there as you want to get better quality 4K from your games. Great, this is what you want to buy. But with this, it's like, well, you're already getting a great graphical fidelity from the PS5.
Yeah.
And the bump that you want to get, is it enough to justify double the cost of a PS5? But I think the problem with Sony is not the problem necessarily with Sony, but anyone that likes Sony, people go around buying stupid stuff like the DualSense Edge for 250 quid, or the PSVR 2, or any
Thanks for that.
any peripheral where it's like inflated cost, and they can kind of take the mickey a bit by going, well, look how well the Portal sold, and again, shouldn't have done as well as it did, really. It's not functionally any better than something like a Steam Deck, and it's only 100 quid cheaper than one. So, hey, look, it's kind of the same thing, but not. So,
Well, I mean, Jackie runs just as well, so
yeah,
just doesn't have the adapter triggers,
yeah,
which are
that
very
is the
cool.
best part.
It
So
is.
yeah, I don't know. Like, to kind of finish on my thoughts, I mean, whilst I would love one, I think it'd be great. I think I would rather put my hard-earned cash into something else at the moment.
See what I'll do for Christmas.
Mhm.
I'll buy a box
Okay. I can buy you an iPhone. Speaking of which,
Oh, no.
oi oi. So Apple's released earlier this week its new wave of iPhones. Have you looked into these in preparation for today?
I've seen a video from Linus Tech Tips, which felt very much like they've been paid to speak fondly of Apple.
Probably a thing that happens because they want to get free iPhones.
Why doesn't that happen to us?
Those
Tim
are
Apple?
just someone that's done podcasts for a while, mate. It takes a while, and even then, you
Right.
lose your Manscaped thing if people don't want to buy Manscaped from you, especially when you're clean shaven like this. You know what I mean? So
Lovely.
highlights of the new iPhone. So I'll focus more on the Pro because that's more interesting.
Pro Max.
So, well, I'm getting the Pro Max, so I've pre-ordered it.
Sounds like a Gillette.
It does. So that's something you have to do now, by the way. You have to pre-order.
Right.
You don't have to, but basically it encourages you to fill in all your details so that you just hit pre-order on the day of pre-order.
Your ballot. Getting your ballot in.
I'm in the ballot, basically. So different colours on this one. So you can get like a grey colour, different shades of grey, a white one. You can get like a silvery kind of
How
colour.
many
like
shades
a
of grey are
sandy.
there?
So they're called, you can get it in 4 different colours. Black titanium, you can get it in white titanium, natural titanium, desert titanium.
Lovely.
Yeah, that's it. They all look like iPhones. The form factor's not changed, although they have added a new button to it, the camera button.
Right.
A novel idea.
Mm-hmm.
So, but with that, it's like pressure sensitive, so you can almost like slide your finger across it and zoom in and zoom out and do all that kind of cool stuff with it.
Yeah.
So,
So Apple, who basically revolutionized phones by bringing in touchscreens to the masses, are now going against that really thought out and hugely successful idea and go, you know what, let's put a physical button back in there, even though we got rid of that and we okay, cool, yeah, I like it, it's a great idea.
grade 5 titanium. Don't know what that is, but titanium.
Did you know I'm a grade 5 trombonist?
Are you?
Yep. True
It's got
story.
the
That.
thinnest borders ever on any Apple product.
Okay.
I'm clutching it.
Yeah. To be fair, I think the best thing I saw was that 4K 120 frames a second video recording. That's very good.
That's really good. So
Otherwise,
well, let's talk about this part because I think it's something that we use a lot. But Apple Intelligence, so their flavor of generative AI is basically what they're hinging all of their iPhones on and saying, this is the thing that we think you need to have. And it's basically the new version of Siri, and it does loads of stuff, and you can be in your messages and it'll start summarizing them, spell checking them for you. You can rewrite it. There's just loads of stuff. You can even look at your emojis and ask it to create random emojis for you based on your description. So true like generative, and then it's got all of the Mid-Journey stuff built into it as well, like the ability to make pictures and that kind of stuff from their AI or their flavor of AI.
just so you're getting the Pro, right?
Yes.
So I'm just going through the specs, and the non-Pro version still uses USB 2. It's Type-C connector, USB 2.
Got to make it cheap somehow.
How much is that phone? How much is that phone?
It's
£800 from £800. That's astonishing. USB 2.
I'm happy just to move away from Lightning, if I'm brutally honest, because that's just a pain in the arse. Like I hate using Lightning now.
Yeah.
Adapters for everything. Like my desk has got 2 cables. One's a big USB-C, one to power everything, and I've got Lightning cable for my phone.
Yeah, but you've got the smart things, haven't you, where you can...
You have, but like I'd
They're very
rather
cool, those.
get rid of the Lightning adapter because I just think it's painful.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that. Aside from that, on the AI side, so you can hit record and like notes as well, and it will summarize your note in a transcript, which I quite like.
Yeah.
And then also in mail, when you're in your emails, it will show you priority emails and it'll summarize as well the contents of your email. So hopefully you never miss anything that's important.
Can I just interject
Go
really
for it.
quickly? Can you just open whichever browser you pick? Well, obviously we don't favor any browsers here. Whichever browser you prefer.
Chrome.
Chrome. Oh, I wouldn't use Chrome. I'd be going for Firefox. You need to support open standards in the internet.
Okay.
And can you type in Huawei Mate XT Ultimate Edition? Open the CNET article and you tell me that you don't think that is absolutely incredible.
Huawei Mate XT Ultimate.
Huawei Mate XT Ultimate.
Okay, so this is a new phone.
It's a new phone.
It's
It is.
a tri-fold phone. I'm
Look at it.
automatically not involved on that. That's what a ridiculous idea.
That is astonishingly good. That is unbelievable. It's nearly $3,000. That phone is unbelievable.
Hey, what are you doing with that though? It looks
Everything.
stupid.
No, everything. Because what you take that as your phone, if you get a stand for it and you could have like peripherals like your mouse and keyboard, you can use that for everything. Your desktop experience, your tablet experience, your phone, everything.
Everyone in it looks like they're in a Bond film.
Yeah,
They're wearing like turtlenecks,
Yeah.
and the lady's got a nice necklace and earrings on like that.
do you know what the point? Do you know what the reason behind the necklace is? It's a setup for a Gervais joke.
It
That's
is a setup
Sally
for
right
a
there.
joke, for God's sake.
Draws
Back on the
attention.
iPhone.
Okay.
Back on the iPhone. Aside
USB
from
2
that,
shit.
USB 2 shit. The camera's nice, like you said.
Superb, yeah.
That's really nice. I do like the idea of the button. I think that's practical, but it's a button, so I'm not going to get dramatically invested into that.
Do you remember the Sidekick? The T-Mobile Sidekick. Yeah,
Yes.
this one that had loads of buttons. We should bring
Does
it
have
back.
loads of buttons. We should bring that back as well. It's got audio mix within it, so you can mix your audio a lot better. It's got a 48 megapixel ultra wide camera. So the resolution on that's pretty nice. Yeah, I think mine will be better. There's different ways of changing graphical style. Just scrolling through here. And then it's just a load of shit with it, basically, is the benefit of it. And then if I compare it to my phone, iPhone 14 Pro Max, it is 30% faster. Up to 40% faster as well. So, and it's got up to 2 times faster hardware, accelerated ray tracing, with its
On a phone?
A18.
Why do you need ray tracing on a phone?
I don't know. I don't know why I need ray tracing anyway. I'm yet to see the benefit
That's a
of
good point.
it.
That's a good point. That's a talking point we could have.
Good one. Have you ever actually benefited from it? So I've got up to 33 hours worth of video playback on an iPhone 16 Pro Max. So the battery is phenomenal compared to mine, because I think mine probably lasts 8 hours, 9 hours.
Wow.
Definitely not while I'm watching video.
You should see a doctor, to be honest, like over 4 hours.
That's a thought to enjoy. Don't. And then apart from that, you get all the benefits of iOS 18, which I've been using anyway in
It's not a
beta
benefit,
for a bit.
but
It is a benefit. It's pretty
it's
good.
not a benefit.
Yeah, the
Close.
iOS is decent.
Closed wall shite.
It might be closed wall shite for you, but it's simple and it doesn't break and look like shit like yours.
Simple OS for simple people.
Yeah, but you're just like, I'll put a clock on this side. I'll make this one look like it's like if I
Yeah,
wanted.
but that's what they bring. That's what they're starting to bring in now. Like widgets are
No,
all.
they're not. They're
they
doing
brought
it in
it-
a very, very clever way. They're doing it in a very, very cultured and clever way. That is nice. Back me up, Apple fanboys, please. Still better than your phone. Put it that way.
I mean, it
And-
should be. It's like 2-3 times the price of my phone. So yeah, but
It is, yeah.
what benefit you get from it?
I don't have someone in the middle of China looking at my nude photos like yours.
No, you've just got somebody in Cupertino doing it for you,
Yeah,
who
that's
will
fine.
happily give your
Fine.
information to the American government and the
It's
Chinese government.
safest,
By
it's
the way,
safest phone. It's the safest phone. They've said that time and time again. It's the safest phone.
they also have a demonstrated history of giving data to the CCP. So,
What China hasn't.
oh no, I accept it. I accept that China has all my data, but they can also get your data.
Sorry, you accept that China has all your data.
Yep, and they also have your data, and America's got all of our data.
No,
Whenever we access any services in America, our data is being retained by the American government. As soon as that crosses territory, do you know what? I'll show you a documentary after this, and it goes through the different services.
It's going to be the Elephant Man one again. I'm not going to watch it.
No, not that one. No, this is PG. This one, don't worry. Um. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah. None of our data is secure. It's all a lie. I could go into this for like hours if you want. I can go into how different spy agencies across the world are more than happy to have to get copies of encrypted data, because even if they can't decrypt it now, they'll be able to do it when quantum computing comes in, because our algorithms are going to be breached in no time. We could talk about it. Should we talk about it?
Isn't what was your last name? Julio Assange. Fucking leaking everything. Speaking of leaking,
Wiki lame.
Wiki Wild West. Jim West, Desperado, Rough Rider. No, we don't want none of this. Can't remember the rest of it. You finished the game.
I did.
You did. What was the game?
God of War Ragnarok.
Great. Good game.
Good game, yeah.
What would you give it? How many foreheads out of forehead?
4 out of 5.
How many leaks out of Wiki? 4 out of 5 is pretty good.
Yeah, I think I think 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5?
Yeah, it builds on what was already a good game. It's like slightly better. It reminds me of the step up from like the original Spider-Man to like Miles Morales, where the combat got slightly better. Now you go back to the original one, you'd be like, ooh.
Quite good. Okay.
So yeah, it just felt like a better version of that original game. So I enjoyed it. Next, I'll be playing. I'll be trying to finish Ratchet and Clank, and then I'm going to Horizon.
Okay.
Forbidden West.
Nice. I might join you on that as well, because I wanted to pick another big game up. So.
It's single player, mate.
No, but we could play at the same time and talk about it, because we're on a fucking podcast.
What are you playing, Dan?
Well, I'll talk about that in a second. I'm the one that segues. You're not. So the game that you finished, so Ragnarok, what would you want from the next God of War game then, now that you played those two?
Well, they've said that they're leaving behind the kind of Norse mythology, haven't they? Or I don't. I think I read that. Either way, I think they could try something else. I'd just be wary of, like, do you know how Assassin's Creed has like dabbled in different eras? And it just feels like the same game in different eras. If people are, I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan, so if people are Assassin's Creed fans, I'm sorry. I'm wary of it becoming like that. So I don't know what they should do to it, I'm being honest. I don't have a lot of insight on it. It's just a good game. It's fun. It's quite. I just think it doesn't need to be. It's almost like it got a little bit too involved. So like there was a bit more of an RPG element in this one, maybe. I just maybe dial that back a bit. Let me slash people.
Okay. You tempted to jump in. There was a DLC for God of War, wasn't it? Sure there was.
I'm happy to just say I've completed it now.
Okay. It's fine. So you move on. You're moving on.
The backlog's too big. I haven't got time for DLC.
Yeah. Okay. Well, moving on from my side as well, because that's what I do, not you. So I've been playing Astrobot. So I played maybe an hour of it at this point, so I can't really talk too comprehensively about it.
Okay.
Playing it on the old Portal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That expensive peripheral that I use now and again.
The elite way of playing it, PlayStation in a handheld mode, I've read online.
Yeah, definitely is. Runs like butter, absolutely brilliant.
Well, it fucking should do. Anyway, sorry, Karen.
Yeah, it should do. Look, it's a mascot platformer. It's exactly what you expect it to be, and it takes a lot from Mario, like previous Astrobot games do. Specifically Sunshine, with like the little jetpack and the way that you can jump up and down, and yeah, I think the whole of it isn't necessarily just like the references to PlayStation characters, which almost like reminds me of Kingdom Hearts, where you go around the corner. Don't know if you ever played it, but like,
Did not.
It was Final Fantasy and Disney. So you go around the corner, it was like, oh, there's another Disney character chatting to a Final Fantasy character, and there was that kind of fun moment. This is like you're going through the level, and there's Ratchet and Clank robots chatting to each other or whatever. Yeah, and it's cute and it's kind of fun. But I think the level up in gameplay is what's jumped out more at this point. It's very clear that it's very finely curated in terms of what they want you to play, and it's very, very well refined. So like all of the levels feel really well designed, similar to like Mario 64. It feels it feels like they've got to the point of going, we've nailed this format. I don't know what Team Asobi should do after this. I really don't want them to do something Astrobot related for a while. I think it would be great if they carried on the format of creating some sort of mascot platformers and brought back maybe another, either another classic or design their own or did something completely different. Yes.
What if they, and I might edit this out, what if they come up with a like a more adult themed version of the game and call it Astro Thought?
Okay. If
Oh dear.
Astro Thought. Press X to twerk.
Who could
yeah.
who could do the cameos?
Let's not get into that. So yeah, I think based on what I've played so far, I'm definitely going to probably play this to completion. And
Definitely go probably.
I said definitely probably going to.
Have you got a BA ons in English?
I'm tired.
English language or English lit?
Lit.
Okay, that's fine then. You can just say you like being like Shakespeare and start on sentences with but when you're not supposed to. Or and. Carry on.
Anything else? Character assassination that you want to complete, or is that fine? I've got a headache, Karl. All right, I'm nervous about my bump getting taken off tomorrow, and you're ripping me over saying things incorrectly, which is my brand. All right, malapropism. So yeah, I'm happy with what I played of Astrobot. I'll finish it, and I think whilst on the topic of the game, probably worth noting that it's not quite easy enough for a 5-year-old to play. So we were playing it.
Is that getting in the way for you?
It is a little bit. So I've kind of stopped him from playing it. Or is annoying, but yeah, he's not quite at the point where I think he's able to play that kind of game. So I'm kind of like leaving it for a while because he was starting to get frustrated at certain parts. But yeah, it's fine. It'll be okay.
Is it worth the money?
I don't know. It doesn't feel like a full price game yet, but I'm only an hour in, so I probably need to play it for at least another 2 or 3 before I can call it. But because Playroom was free, I'm always like, well, there was a hell of a game there, for nothing. This does feel like more of the same, although it's a lot more refined and I think more fun as well. So yeah, be fine.
Good. Anything else?
What in terms of what I'm playing?
Yeah.
It's marvelous that.
When's the last time you picked up your Steam Deck?
I haven't picked that up since I went away. I don't think. So why? What are you trying to?
I'm just curious.
What are you trying to?
Honestly, just curious.
Interest me with?
No, I mean I did find I'm on like a waiting list for some Steam Deck custom buttons. There's a site there's a company in America who do custom buttons for it. They've just released a batch
of my God drop buttons.
Yeah, they've come out with like some like metal resin hybrid buttons which have got like copper in them and stuff, and they've released like a 10-minute video saying if you want them as is, it's fine. If you want them to look brushed, they show you like the steps to get like steel wool and you can do it yourself, or you can polish them, or like you can corrode them slightly so like they're slightly blue and stuff. It was cool, but I want the glow in the dark one so I can play it in bed. And they're not making them because it's a small outfit in America. Yeehaw.
Okay.
That was it. Sorry.
Well, it's fine. I'm happy that you're happy.
Thanks.
And that you found something that you really want to spend that hard-earned cash on. Some buttons, some gumdrop buttons. Cast your mind back to, when was it? July 2017. Big fat Mike Ashley.
Yeah.
Sports Direct fame.
Yeah.
Magpie. Big fan. Still had Newcastle at this point.
Okay.
He bought a 26% stake in the struggling video game retailer, Game Digital.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he added that to his, was it Fraser group of investments that he's got?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So Game Digital said Sports Direct, controlled by the billionaire, had acquired 44 million shares, amounting to a 25.75% stake. Game released a profit warning last month due to a supply shortage of Nintendo Switch consoles and a weaker lineup of new games. So this is way back in, again, July 2017. So basically, Mike actually bought it at this point, and I think what I want to talk about is we were like, we're going to take a tenner with us each, and we're going to try and find something for a tenner in either CX or in game. And we went into CX, didn't find anything there, and then we went into game, and what you're now presented with when you walk in is rows and rows and rows of toys.
Yeah.
And maybe say 25% of the actual place is now games. Like, what happened to retail in the UK? And we were talking about Game Station as well. Like,
Yeah.
what has happened to it?
Electronics boutique.
Yeah.
I just think that's directive travel, really. I mean that's why the PS Pro only comes with the add-on drive. I just think people find it easier to just download it. Internet's fast now compared to what it was 10 plus years ago. It's convenient. But probably from a consumer perspective, I think people are making short-term choices because, comes back. there's links into everywhere. It's like a classic British comedy, like an Office. If you think about the iPhone, and how you can, you only buy your apps in the App Store. You're beholden to the prices that they set there. You don't have the ability to kind of like be a wheeler dealer in the digital market. So, people are possibly prioritizing convenience over their long-term choices.
Feels like we're
That's a
being
shame.
forced into it a little bit earlier than what I anticipated. So, so just reading on readwrite.com, talking about games troubled recent history. So it says there, due to the popularity of digital gaming marketplaces like Steam and Epic, and subscription services like PS Plus and Xbox Game Pass, Game had to diversify its offerings to stay relevant in recent years, expanding into toys, merchandise, and board games. After unsuccessfully managing to keep competitive alongside CEX and eBay, Game discontinued pre-owned games and trade-ins earlier this year. They're also discontinuing their reward scheme, Game Elite, so that's gone now. I think that went a month or two ago. However, their strong refutation combined with disappointment from fans online upon hearing the news suggests they will continue to serve local high streets for the time being. So there was also a rumor as well that they were going to stop selling, what was it?
Bathwater.
Yeah, sorry, it was going to stop selling physical video games and hardware at its stores as well. So it was
Wow.
literally going to become just a toy shop. But they, like I said, they denied that categorically.
I mean, when's the last time? Maybe this is a bad one to ask you because I don't think you play that many like PC games. But when's the last time you bought a physical PC game?
Oh God,
Yeah, I can't remember.
it won't have been like the original because I remember buying Theme Park, Dungeon Keeper, genuinely going to PC World and buying them when they were in those giant boxes.
Maybe for me, Battlefield 2, which was like
Yeah, maybe
a 4 CD box or a 4 DVD box.
Medal of Honor or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe most recent. But yeah, it's true.
It's because Steam came in. I remember I got given Steam had like the big is it the orange box? And like there was like a steel box they had, and it had like Half-Life 2, Ricochet, blah blah blah. And that's when I installed Steam on my PC, and it just start to notch them up. CD keys have always got sales on. You've got all those like grey market companies who will buy CD keys with dodgy cards and then never pay them and stuff, and then we get to buy them for cheap. But like it's so convenient to just do that and just hard drives, well, SSDs are getting cheaper and cheaper. Why would you go through the rigmarole of having a disk that can get damaged?
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a bit of a changeover point, and it feels like we're maybe there. Like if the PS5 Pro is digital only with an option to put on a CD drive, is that going to be the same for the PS6? I can't see them going backwards and offering two options again. And depending on what the uptake is on this console, it might push us down that route even further. But yeah, I mean,
I wonder what the stats are actually. PS5 stats, because maybe they think the PS5 Pro is a bit of a niche, and they've gone, okay, well we sold more PS5 normal digital only, so we'll just do that.
Yeah, I'll have a look. So we're looking for which version of PS5 sold more
Yeah.
digital or
I'm just going to edit in some elevator music here.
I'm struggling to see it.
All right,
struggling
but
to see a
can you
breakdown.
talk please about the breakdown?
Fucking hell.
Got him.
I'm not that bad.
Oh, it wasn't a joke about that. It was the other way.
Dear me. Unprecedented demand. So I can't say anything. That
It's
actually shows the
interesting though,
split.
isn't it? It's interesting because if they know that they're not going to sell, an abundance of these, and they just go, okay, let's just all in on the digital version instead. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? And then it means that the PS6 they don't have to do just the individual console. They could do both again because they know that's going to sell the majority for them, and then they can release that kind of iterative one later down the line.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, back to the game point. I think this is the beginning of the end then, in terms of the games that we've got on our shelf. They're the last PC games, aren't they? Similar to what we had, and they're the retro games that are going to get locked in a loft and brought down in 20, 30 years for nostalgic benefit, and that's literally it.
Christ,
Fuck, that's depressing.
I'll be 62,
Yeah, I'll be dead.
probably.
Cholesterol. Oh dear. But yeah, RIP to game. Still there, still trying, but still walking around
That's
it.
not game, is it? Though? That's not game.
Nah, it's
That's like a
pointless.
Funko Pop shop.
It literally wasn't. Without even Funko Pops,
Yeah.
which is
well,
like, at least I can abide that because that's relatively similar. This had like Thomas the Tank toys and Polly Pocket and stuff. It's mad.
yeah, it's sad, really. It's sad, but maybe there's as well, the pre-owned side of things. Maybe it's just hard to keep up with the market there. And do you really want like staff going around every other week changing prices because some sweat's gonna come in to buy a copy of a game to then go sell it in CAX for an extra £2 on a voucher? Like, what the game get from that? Nothing.
Game's gone.
Game's gone. Game's gone. VAR.
Game's gone.
Fuck VAR.
Fuck that. Speaking of art, so this weekend's fixtures. So we're in an international break at the moment. What's your view on international breaks? I fucking hate them.
It's a waste of time.
Yeah,
We had that in the
pointless.
summer.
Yeah.
And we lost in the final.
Yeah, and now we're back having to watch England, and nobody wants to watch them.
Well, they played tonight, didn't they? Do you know what the score
Yeah.
was?
Nope.
Yeah, me neither.
Let you have a look.
Okay, we have a
So
look. Well,
we'll
I
talk-
say that actually. Oh no, we played 4 nights ago, didn't we? 3 nights ago,
yeah, we did.
because this is coming out on Friday.
Yep.
I feel like Graham Norton.
Okay.
Yeah, England won 2-0.
Okay.
Harry Kane. An assist from Trent and Noni Madueke.
Oh, fair enough. Good player.
Who? Trent.
No, Madueke. Okay, so we'll whiz down the fixtures, and I want you to give quick fire scores. Okay. So 12:30 kickoff.
Yeah.
Jars in the pub, lads getting on it. Southampton versus Manchester United.
3-1 Southampton.
Brighton and Hove versus Ipswich.
3-1 Brighton.
Okay, seeing a pattern. Crystal Palace Leicester. 3 o'clock.
2-1 to Leicester.
Fulham
Leicester.
West Ham.
1-0 West Ham.
Liverpool Forest.
My math skills aren't that good to count that high. Don't know. 3-0. 4-0.
4-0. Which one?
Let's go for 7. 7-0.
Man City Brentford.
I'd love Brentford to get a point, but they won't. 5-1 to City.
Really shit Keegan impression then.
I would love it.
I would love it if Brentford were to get a goal. Aston Villa Everton 5:30.
3-1
Quoi?
3-1 for Villa, but Everton will score first, and Aston Villa won't score until like the 60th, 70th minute in the second half. So there'll be a little slither of hope for the blue shite.
Yeah. Dominic Calvert-Lewin will celebrate like erratically, like one, well, I've got me goal, and then that's it.
Isn't he Scouse?
Yeah, Scouse. Scouse.
Thank you.
8 o'clock kickoff on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, Chelsea.
Yeah, 1-0 Bournemouth.
Sunday,
goal, Madueke.
Sunday, 15th September, Spurs, Arsenal.
What a game. What a game.
London derby.
I think Spuds will get it just because of the injuries. I'm going to go 2-1 to Spuds.
Could be a bit of a killer blow, that, actually, to Arsenal quite early on.
Because they dropped points, didn't they, the other day?
Yeah. And then Wolves, Newcastle at 4:30.
1-0 Newcastle.
Yeah. Newcastle away. So based on that, not based on that, but at the moment, City, top, Liverpool, then
Joint top.
Brighton, Arsenal, Newcastle, Brentford, and we are all the way down in 11th, which is fine. Everton are 20th out of 20 with a -8 goal difference
and a fantastic looking stadium, which is going to be built for next season.
Great stadium that looks a little bit like Bayern Munich's ground, but isn't, because Bayern Munich aren't
Bayern budget.
relegated. Yeah, Wrexham are smashing it. Don't know if you everyone's favourite second team.
Tranmere Rovers.
Yeah. Nope.
No.
No, definitely not. They are currently top of League One.
Mad. Isn't it
Who's
mad what
behind
money
them?
can do?
Who's behind them?
Stockport County.
Yeah, Stockport. And you know what's interesting about that? When they were non-league, it was Stockport.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And League 2, it was Stockport as well. Second.
This reminds me of that time that we were on that cycling holiday, and I told you that if you just travel right behind me, it's a 30% reduction in terms of efficiency. So that's what Stockport are doing.
Don't think that's how football works, but yeah, I mean, Wrexham.
The proof's in the pudding.
You call me a pudding again. Wrexham are played 5, won 4, drawn 1, goals for 11, goals against 2. It's not only are they banging them in, they are not leaking a lot of goals. So that's already 9 to the good, which is insane.
Surely they can't do it again.
I don't know. And stop calling me Shirley.
Hey. How many teams go up in League One?
I don't actually know.
2. 2 automatic and then playoffs.
Okay.
It's too early, but how impressive is that? If I knew anything about League One football, then I'd possibly make a stronger comment. Like, depends if they might have played like 5 crap teams. Well, obviously they've played lots of crap teams because they're in League One.
But some big hitters in there, like Birmingham and stuff. So it's not like it's
Blackpool, Charlie Adam.
Yeah.
Those teeth.
Big fish, little pond.
Yeah, very true.
Interesting. Okay, well, there we go. Biased as normal. I'll give my views on the fixtures next week, and you can ask me. I'll give you my scores, and I'll be a lot less biased.
Do you think there was bias in that?
Just a bit. 7-0, I think, was probably a bit biased.
Well, that was tongue in cheek. It was 3 or 4, and then I put them together.
Sure.
You've got West Ham the week after. That's tasty.
Speaking of tasty, deals of the week. So I've got Uncharted Nathan Drake collection down for $7.99. That's on the PlayStation Store. On Karl has gone for something that isn't a game.
You can play games on it though.
You've seen us on Hot UK deals.
I have.
You have.
Like every week. It is the Xiaomi Redmi Pad SE, the 8.7-inch model, which is not the 4G one. It's the non-cellular, as the Americans would say, model. And it's £61 for an 8.7-inch tablet with a near HD screen. It's like 1380 by 800, which is pretty good. Because if you think of the PPI, which is like the pixel density, say it's
pixel per inch.
Pixel per inch, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. That's it's an 8.7-inch screen. That's pretty good. So 61 quid. If you've got a child, then you could, and you don't care if they throw something around. That's perfect. It's got a battery in there, so don't throw it too hard because it might explode, and you don't want that.
But selling it here.
Oh, Robbie Williams. But I think it looks great, and you can SD cards as well. So I'm gonna buy it for my photography, so I can keep it in my backpack and look at my photos.
Buy it for my photography is the nonsense thing you've said yet.
There's plenty of time, Dan.
Oh dear. Not today, there isn't.
True.
All right, that's pretty much it. Anything else you want to go through? Well, it was absence. Bit of a habit.
No, to be fair, I'm just what we got? What are we now? We're just under a month from just no, we're over a month from EGX.
Oh, EGX, yeah.
And you've got a snazzy hoodie on there.
I have. First version. It's not quite what we want, but
No,
there it
it's
is.
a bit washed out, like how Dan's scalp's gonna be tomorrow.
And the bump comes off. I think the thing that pissed me off about this as well, because I got a large, it was maybe slightly smaller than what I wanted, so it made me look even fatter. So it was like stretched. So it was like going like that.
Oh, I see. So
and it
actually,
made it look like I've got an actual boob here,
right?
which was a bit like, I don't want to wear a training bra and an image of me. Might need the artiste to lighten the load.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
Cool.
but the hotel,
Great.
yeah.
Yeah.
One of us has to go on a sofa bed.
Who's taller, me or Pete? I think I'm taller, aren't I?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, is it two single beds and a sofa? Oh, cool. Okay. Cool. Don't have to do that thing where you put like the pillows in the middle, like a little, like a breakwater.
No, we're not doing that.
No, the farts can get over it, by the way, so it doesn't matter.
Don't we know it? Don't we know it? Turn up to EGX with pink eye. It's
Oh dear. Dear me.
it's so true as well. And the fact you've got no sense of smell means,
Victimless crime.
yeah,
Yeah, for me.
but for you, yeah, I know. All right, we've been casual mode. Every Friday on YouTube and Spotify and Pocket Casts. There we go, sorted. I don't even know what else we need to be on.
Apple.
We need to be on Apple.
But that's proven to be a pain in the backside.
It has been a pain because it won't let us log in.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I think
we're
we're getting to
casual.
that age where
We're casual about it.
we'll get to it.
It's fine. It's okay. It's all good. All right, mate. Thank you for that. Have a good time for the rest of your evening. 22. Do you want to play FIFA?
Yeah.
Play FIFA? Yeah, let's play FIFA. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Abianto.
What?
Abianto. See you soon.
I don't speak Spanish.